I want to spend time providing a brief update on our company, and a little later on today, we'll talk about things that are exciting and in store for this year. First, it feels great to be part of an award-winning company. Last year, our schools were honored with awards in nearly every community we serve. These recognitions are a testament to the exceptional early childhood education experiences created in our classrooms. Our success is not only measured by awards, but by small and meaningful moments that happen every day in our schools. Whether it's a moment a child learns a new skill, or the reassurance a family feels knowing that their child is in good hands. Families choose New Horizon Academy in part because we're committed to quality. We continue to maintain accreditation by the National Association for the Education of Young Children at nearly all our eligible schools. And all of our eligible schools have ECHO Healthy Childcare certification as well. And many of our schools have volunteered to go above and beyond and achieve secondary accreditation from National Early Childhood Program accreditation, or they have outdoor classrooms accredited by Nature Explore. I'm grateful that for the 8th consecutive year, you voted New Horizon Academy a Star Tribune Top 200 workplace. And for the 4th year in a row, you named us a top workplace by USA Today. This recognition reminds us of the work that we do that supports children and families and begins with how we care for one another. We haven't stopped finding ways to make your experience even better here at New Horizon Academy. You're going to receive 2025 Top Workplace surveys again in March, and I encourage each of you to respond. Some of our best ideas come from you, so continue to provide feedback about how to improve your experience here, because it's critically important to us that we remain a top workplace, and we look forward to finding more ways to foster happy, healthy, and more inclusive school families. We remain focused on offering competitive compensation and benefits. In fact, today, only 1 in 10 early educators in this country have access to a 401k match, and only 1 in 5 have access to employee-sponsored health insurance. I'm so proud of the work we've done with compensation. As an early childhood organization, we monitor closely state and national averages within the early childhood industry, and we are determined to stay at the very top of those pay scales in every community we operate. We've been particularly aggressive over the last 5 years with compensation, and I know I'm extremely proud of the outcome. In every state, we've raised wages much more than we've raised tuition rates for families. This is the type of company we want to be. But also that means today, more than ever, we need to make sure we're welcoming more children into our classrooms so we can continue to maintain this premium compensation without having to place a larger financial burden on our families. We recently rolled out total compensation statements for a 2nd year in a row. We really wanted to showcase the entire value of your compensation, including childcare discounts and other benefits. I hope when you receive this statement at the end of the year, it provides you with meaningful insight. If there's anything on your total compensation statement that you don't understand, or you're just curious about enhancing your compensation, you can always talk with your director, your area director, or your district manager. We also worked hard to keep health insurance plans competitive and premiums affordable. On a national level, health insurance premiums, they've increased 38% since 2019. But here at New Horizon Academy, our employees have only seen an average increase of less than 10% during that same period. The benefit accessed by the 2nd largest number of our employees is our childcare discount, which is our most unique offering. On average, our employees save over 50% off the public cost of childcare, amounting to tens of thousands of dollars in savings. Nearly 600 of our employees currently bring their children to New Horizon Academy with a discount. We also recently introduced a new and enhanced employee assistance program for all of you and your families. SupportLink, also known as CuraLink, provides comprehensive resources to support mental health and work-life balance. It's easy to access support from a licensed mental health counselor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You can receive help through phone, text, or app communication, as well as in-person sessions with a licensed clinician when needed. And of course, this benefit is completely confidential and provided at no cost to our employees. In addition to mental health support, this employee assistance program would provide support on work-life benefits, including legal, financial, elder care planning, and more. If something in your life is causing you stress, whether it's related to mental health, finances, or something else, we know that stress can follow you into the classroom. So taking good care of you allows you to take better care of the children in your classroom. And finally, one of the greatest benefits we offer is our 401k match. Economists and financial planners would tell you the single best way to save for retirement is begin investing in a 401k at the youngest age possible. If you're not yet participating, I encourage you to start now and consider directing portions of your future increases to your compensation towards a 401k contribution. And remember, everyone in our company always has the opportunity to increase their compensation even more by furthering their education. Oftentimes, it would be at no cost to you. Remember, we pay 100% of the cost for any of you who would like to pursue your CDA or your associate's degree in early childhood education. We also have significant tuition reimbursement available to help those of you who want to pursue your bachelor's or even your master's degree. And many times states have additional grant funding. They may help you pursue that bachelor's or master's degree in early childhood education at little or no cost to you. And we know many new public funds in the form of grants and wage supplements are often being directed to those with higher amounts of education. We encourage you, please consider doing that. For example, in Minnesota, early educators are eligible to apply for ATTAIN grants. They're annual bonuses that are between $500 and $3,000 a year based on your level of education. In Iowa, eligibility has been expanded to their wage compensation support program to early educators. Many of our employees in Iowa are now able to take advantage of this opportunity. And in Colorado, there's a tax credit for educators dependent on your level of education. So if you work in our Colorado schools, remember, update your Colorado Shines on PDIS so you can qualify for that highest tax credit possible. And as a reminder, when you further your education, you receive a wage adjustment at each step along the way. But also, it can create more opportunities for advancement. If you want to become someday a mentor teacher, a curriculum coordinator, a district curriculum coordinator, maybe an assistant director, a director, or an area director or district manager, the first major step to open those opportunities for you is to further your education. And let us help you do that. So please reach out to your director, area director, or district manager for details on how to advance your education. I also want to mention our incredibly talented human resource team. They are working so hard to find and help us retain the best early educators for our New Horizon Academy schools. They're reviewing our entire employee journey at New Horizon Academy, and they're redesigning how we onboard our newest employees to ensure that we're providing the most supportive and effective experience during an employee's first 90 days, which we refer to as the welcoming period. The welcoming period is also supported by our new network of mentor teachers, which allows us to have highly skilled early educators in every school who can help onboard our newest members of their school family. Mentor teachers specialize in several areas in addition, including behavior guidance and curriculum and assessment. We are continue to look at improvements to our mentor teacher program to make it even more effective for each of our New Horizon Academy schools. And we've seen some significant recent improvement as well with our substitute network management, including increasing the sub-fill rates that are requested from our schools and redesigning our sub-onboarding program. We're going to continue to work on substitute networks in every community we serve, and we want all of you to have confidence when teachers need time off for a vacation or an illness or an emergency, that we can find a well-trained New Horizon Academy teacher who knows our best practices, who can step into your school. It's a tough job to come into a school and a classroom where you don't know the children or the coworkers. So let's also put extra effort into welcoming each and every one of our substitute teachers. Provide them with the support they need so they can be successful when they're visiting your school. Last year, we also saw our staffing needs improve dramatically. In fact, the number of open positions throughout our company today is half of what it was at this moment last year. In an early childhood industry, teacher turnover has historically been extremely high, but I am so proud here at New Horizon Academy that our teacher turnover rates are far lower than industry average. In fact, in 2024, our teacher turnover rates were the lowest since they've been since 2018. So we're thrilled with this dramatic improvement in staffing, with the positive momentum we're having, will position us to welcome even more families into our schools in the coming year, driving a significant improvement in enrollment growth. And enrollment growth is absolutely critical to our organization. Currently, our company-wide occupancy sits just over 60%, but that means that almost 40% of spaces available in our schools are left unused each day. In a healthy early childhood organization, usually 75% of available spaces for young children are used on a given day. In our healthiest years, over 80% of our child spaces would be used in our spring months, which are coming to us right now. We're particularly concerned about infant occupancy. Today, only about 55% of our infant spaces are being used every day. We know there are a number of reasons why that might be. First, birth rates are the lowest they've been in about 100 years. We also know many households have at least one parent working from home, and it's easier to have an infant at home while you're working than maybe a toddler or a preschooler. We also know infant tuition rates are the highest because we have the smallest teacher-child ratios in our infant classrooms. We know that families with young children are facing significant financial challenges, and many can't afford the cost of enrolling an infant at New Horizon Academy. But last month, we decided to add one extra new convenience. We're including diapers with the tuition for all of our infant classrooms because it's one new thing we can do to make life easier for parents with the youngest children. And I believe adding this convenience will make a difference when parents are looking at where to put their new baby in which provider. We're starting to see some really exciting growth as we started 2025. Our schools have had the fastest enrollment growth in decades. So I know this can cause a little extra stress for you because new children don't know the rules yet. They don't have the relationship with you. But when they settle into those routines, we know how quickly young children can acclimate. So let's go the extra mile with these new children and new families. Let's make sure they know this is the best decision they could make for their child. Because higher enrollment not only strengthens our mission, but enables us to further enhance your work experience, including more improvements to compensation and benefits. Greater enrollment also brings a lot of benefits to our schools. Teachers are able to get their full hours. Children aren't combined as often in the morning and afternoon when we have full classrooms. And full classrooms also mean that you have more flexibility to share your duties with coworkers in the same classroom. And there's a different level of excitement in a full classroom. Remember, one of the gifts we give young children is the opportunity to build human connection with other children, how to learn to share, how to get along. And the more children you have in a classroom, the more opportunities children have to learn social emotional skills, to develop more friendships. Sometimes those even become lifelong friendships from this very early age. And growing enrollment isn't just about bringing new families to the door. It is also making sure that our current families want to stay until that child graduates from our preschool program, or longer for those children who stay with us with our school-age programming. But the best way to keep families is to fulfill the promises we make about quality classrooms. Let's make sure we're sharing with families the incredible things their child is learning throughout the day, and that we're greeting them when they arrive and maintaining positive relationships with our families. We had some really encouraging results, though, from our most recent family surveys at New Horizon Academy. As a matter of fact, 96% of our families regularly recommend New Horizon Academy to their coworkers, their friends and family. 92% of our families are very happy with their child's growth and development. And 92% of families rate the level of communication with their teacher as excellent. But the most obvious feedback we receive is how much parents love the teachers at New Horizon Academy, and that's why they chose to enroll, and that's why they choose to stay in our schools. And you know what? If you have a full classroom, that's because families believe you're the best place for their child to learn and grow. And when I read our family surveys, the number one comment that parents make about why they love our schools is our people, which comes as no surprise. I also would like to share with you a bit about our marketing and parent experience team. They've made remarkable strides in helping bring new families to our programs and enhancing the overall experience for our families. One of the most significant recent achievements was the launch of a brand new customer relationship management platform across our company. This platform enhances the user experience, boosts productivity, offers a more powerful reporting system for us to become even more effective with families who inquire about enrollment. In addition to our new customer relationship management update, the marketing team has made a concerted effort to enhance our location pages on our website. These pages are now fully personalized for each school, providing prospective families with detailed insight into each school's programs, our leadership teams, and the unique offerings of each school. The updated pages also include a 360-degree virtual tour of each school, showcasing each classroom and helping families familiarize themselves with our exceptional learning environments from the comfort of their own homes. I'm also really proud of our curriculum team. As early education professionals, we need to look closely at research and make sure we're doing everything we can in our classrooms to establish pre-reading skills children need to be successful in elementary school. That's why New Horizon Academy has been incorporating the concepts of the science of reading into our curriculum. The philosophy behind the science of reading is children learn first by sound, not by sight. New Horizon Academy is transitioning from word walls to sound walls by including mouth views of sounds. We encourage teachers to include mirrors during group time so children can view their mouths while making sounds, in addition to referencing our sound walls. In addition, Creative Curriculum has incorporated the science of reading in their everyday activities. The education team is working with teaching strategies to determine professional development resources that may be available to all of you. So please stay tuned for more information. But our assessment data shows that you're very effective at what you do, and each of you should be extremely proud. When you look at 95% or so of children meeting all developmental domains, our public schools could only dream of those results. In many communities around the country, only half of children are meeting expectations for reading and math at the end of third grade. But at New Horizon Academy, nearly all of our children are meeting their developmental goals before they leave for kindergarten. It is thrilling to see that children leaving us for kindergarten are already often meeting end of kindergarten benchmarks, which is a year ahead of where they need to be. And it doesn't surprise me that over 70% of our pre-K graduates are meeting end of kindergarten benchmarks in the area of social emotional competence, the most important thing we teach young children. And that's because we fully embraced conscious discipline across our company. The data I'm providing you, though, only reflects children that attend 3 days a week or more and have been with New Horizon Academy over 12 months. The research shows the more time that children are with you, the better they do. Because otherwise it wouldn't give you enough time to have children catch up to those developmental expectations for their age. Another thing that makes, I think, our company very special is the fact that there's many of us, many of our senior leaders, including me, that are out there visiting our schools. I talked earlier about how much staffing has improved, and even during my visits to schools over the last few months, I can feel how much stress has been relieved for our early educators, and you can see it in the classroom with each of our children. Last year, I was able to visit 45 schools. This year, I plan to visit schools dozens of schools in Colorado, Idaho, Iowa, Kansas, and Minnesota. And I'm excited every time I get to visit a school to spend time with many of you in person. And you know, this is the favorite part of my job because I love making personal connections with each of you, to see our school families in action who are bringing our mission, vision, values alive for young children. Those are my favorite days because I walk out so proud of what we do, and it re-energizes me to keep advocating for this industry because more children should have the types of experiences that I get to see in our New Horizon Academy classrooms on each visit. And when I visit schools with other members of our leadership team, please don't be shy sharing feedback with us. We love to hear what you like about and love about New Horizon Academy, what's been working well. But if you have suggestions about how we can better support you, our children, or our families, please do share. I'm also proud that New Horizon Academy continues to strive for improving our relationships with our children, families, and each other with curiosity, compassion, and respect. Last year was the first time we received insight on diversity and inclusion from our top workplace surveys. We learned that 81% of New Horizon Academy employees feel that we're dedicated to diversity and inclusiveness. We are committed to improving this. In 2025, we're also going to roll out a new DEI&B ambassador program, which will allow employees with interest in this work to volunteer their time to engage with the strategy team and other ambassadors throughout the company. We're also thrilled that we made our initial ask for interested employees at Professional Development Day, and we received enthusiastic responses from our employees across every state we serve. And we're excited to see what experience, resources, ideas, and feedback this group can bring to our efforts. Diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging are also a core piece of why New Horizon Academy is so involved and passionate about advocacy and public policy. Of course, we want more public-funded resources so we can continue to lift compensation and benefits for all of our deserving early childhood educators. But however, these resources will also allow us and other families at all income levels to finally get access to the high-quality early learning experiences that their children deserve. You know, advocacy is the reason that I'm here in this school today, recording from our newest community of Crystal, Minnesota. This school was only made possible due to our successful advocacy. To increase childcare reimbursement rates and the funding from early learning scholarships gave us this opportunity to build this new school. And New Horizon Academy was here 20 years ago, and it made it incredibly difficult to close after a major childcare cuts happened in 2003. It made our school here unsustainable. We hated disrupting this community and our families and employees. We spent the last 2 decades saying if we get this funding back, we get back to the federal recommended levels that Minnesota should have been at, we would reopen in this community, and here we are. In 2023, our advocacy work has really paid off. Funding was restored, we kept our promise, and now this school is serving this community that has a critical shortage of childcare. Childcare is already unaffordable too for so many families in this country, not just here in Crystal. In fact, research shows 50% of Americans are spending more than 20% of their annual income on childcare costs. And the federal government says families should not be paying more than 7% of their income on childcare. In addition to that, childcare costs have gone up 24% since 2019. And childcare is not just unaffordable. For many, it's not even available. In fact, half of Americans live in a childcare desert where there's not enough spaces for the families that need them. So I am so proud of the progress we've made with advocacy. We still have a long way to go. And I promise you, Claire Sanford, our Vice President of Government Relations, and I, we're going to continue to be leading voices in every state we operate and in Washington, D.C., because there we need more resources to help more families afford quality care. And we're going to make those efforts, like I said, in every state we operate to push for improvements in state policy and funding as well. We believe a country should be judged on how it treats its most vulnerable. There is no one more vulnerable or with greater potential than our young children. We need to ensure they receive incredible early childhood experiences so they can grow up with the confidence they need and believe that they are smart, capable, and be able to have healthy relationships. So we will keep fighting, I promise. I also want to share some comments from our IT team. They're continuing to work on two main goals. First, addressing issues more quickly, and number two, increasing school visits. I'm so proud to report they've exceeded those objectives in 2024. They closed over 6,500 repair requests with an average repair time shrinking down to 22 hours. Our IT team also visited 77 schools last year to ensure that we're meeting our needs more efficiently and more effectively. They have also focused on innovation. They were excited to launch our new music app, Classroom Tunes, designed specifically for New Horizon Academy schools. Classroom Tunes offers all of your favorite songs in one easy-to-use platform. It offers the ability for teachers to create and manage their own personalized playlist. We can, of course, ensure that songs are age-appropriate while browsing, ensuring music selections are suitable for our classrooms. And best of all, we've heard from you, no more commercials. In all, it is always my hope that you feel well informed about the health of our company and the initiatives we're focused on. I hope you found this update valuable, and I look forward to joining you a little later today to share an exciting glimpse in what's ahead for New Horizon Academy.